As many of you know, I am literally about to board my flight. However, I figured because I got an hour, why not go live? Why not read the One Piece chapter? Now, I told James to pre-make a thumbnail and just have it up and ready to go in case I need to go like record a video or do it somewhere else afterwards, because I don't think the plane is going to have Wi-Fi. But thankfully, we actually got through security very, very quickly. And the chapter's right here. I literally got it open up right here. One Piece 1164. So I know this is a bit of a surprise stream. I know a lot of people weren't expecting that I was actually going to go live. I told people don't even bother, but we're here. We're live. I'm seeing Dracula, Mystery, King, Nintendo, people going, Roger, we're here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm feeling good. Like I said, if I look like I'm in a weird location, it's because I am. I'm quite literally in the airport right now. But with that being said, hopefully the audio is good. Hopefully everything is okay. One Piece manga chapter 1164. This one is titled Davy Blood. So it's probably going to be pretty good. All right, it says reader request, Perona chasing a rabbit with a watch. And you've got the guy who everybody thought was going to be Mihawk turned into a rabbit back from Whole Cake Island. And literally Perona, which is so cute, thinking thinking of Mihawk while looking at him. So quite literally, this cover story is like the One Piece fandom circa 2017. Also, apparently audio is good, which is wild. Again, the fact that I'm live and that I am here from the airport reading this, and the fact that I managed to be unspoiled. Like I said, I was totally expecting to be spoiled this week with, you know, all the travels and everything, but I'm not. We're here, we're live, audio is perfect, let's go. One Piece 164. Okay, jump right into this. Hopefully the Wi-Fi and the computer doesn't drop now. All right, so we're picking up where we left off with Emu stabbing Rocks, saying, what is it, Rocks? Did our attacks do nothing to that spider? And you can see all of them looking off to the side. What is it that's going on here? Persistent thou art. Don't downplay the power of humanity, monster. And you've got Emu all sliced up and everything still. Ooh. Already, this is good. Already from page 3, this is real good. We have Rocks saying Davy D. Jones was once the king of the world. So we are getting a very, very good lore drop in this chapter. And you've got Emu saying silence. He was never king. Not for an instant. Okay. So we're getting, we're getting some lore. This is good. I gotta be quiet, bro. I'm in an airport. What am I doing? All right. He says, not for an instant. The grievance between Mu and Davy has nothing to do with thee. Then why are you so panicked over something as trivial as the Davy name? I love that Rox is talking back to him while getting Domi reversing. This is crazy. You can see the fangs and everything too. It's kept you terrified for years, hasn't it? The thought that Davy's will might be passed down and that one day it will come for you to fulfill the promise. Now this again this is all good stuff. This is good stuff. I like where this is going, and I like that we get the cut to baby Blackbeard here. All the stuff we've been saying on the past few live streams about Blackbeard going about it the wrong way, being the actual blood descendant of Davy, but Luke going about it the right way with the will of D. This is good. This is all good stuff. All right, here we go. So I see someone in chat going, Rogers in public without Pillow-sama for this chapter. It's going to be the wrong day to be at an airport to read this. Look, I got backpack Sama over here if I got to scream. We're good. Actually, hold on. I forgot I have this. I have my little Pokemon travel bag. I actually do have a Pillow-sama. I didn't even consider I actually have a Pillow-sama. Ricky's over here watching and McDermott's watching too. Look, I got Pillow-sama. I got travel Pillow-sama. Here we go. The dedication to the live streams is unreal. I completely agree, Stefan. All right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Where did I leave off? All right. What is more frightening to you? Davy D. Jones or Joy Boy? Cease thy dreaming, their kind will never be seen again once I have eradicated thee. I have found excellent soldiers to serve Mu, Davy, gigantic, harmless, and conflicted. And they're talking about the giants, which is how it's going to tie back into Elbaf. This is good. Bringing it all back. And also explains why he wanted the giants so badly. The giants? You fool. Don't mess with Harold. They only want peace. And you got Mu saying, indeed, a golden opportunity. Such a willing puppet of a king will never come along twice. Oh no, and this is gonna overtake Rocks, and he's, oh no, hold on. just like thee, in fact. Now stop wasting time, bro. Emu's aura in this chapter is actually amazing. It is so good. Hold on. I'm getting kind of nervous. I'm actually getting kind of nervous. Bring an end to the dream of Davy. Okay. You got them all going rocks. Okay. What did it do to you? What happened up there, rocks? So we've got Whitebeard, and we got Big Mom, and we got Kaido, and you can see Rock saying, damn, I'm gonna disappear. End Davy by thy own hand. Bro, what? Now erase all life that was involved with God Valley. He's getting bigger? What the heck is happening over here? All of you, move it. There is blood that must be erased from history. Dude is completely overtaken now. And he's jumping over this guy. Look at his wings, dude, the wing. I gotta be careful. I'm in an airport, man. I can't be screaming over some of this. I just saw this panel. I saw this panel with Kaido. Man, I started losing it. All right. Rocks, what are you doing? Kaido. And he jumps on it, and you can see, the absolute destruction there. Damn you, Rocks. Are you turning on your own people? And Kaido, oh my gosh, dude. They are messed up. Big Mom's flashing into. And I'm on page 8 right now, and he just like obliterated Big Mom. Knocked her out of there. Whitebeard stands up. Looking at this attack, seeing all this going down. Whitebeard pulling it. Hold on. This is such a bad chapter to be in the airport for, bro. Whitebeard standing down Rocks. Is that all we are to you, Rocks? Impediments? And you've got Rocks now taking over after Mu was pushing him a little bit. Eyes glazing over, you could see the white coming off of it. And also, I love. Nice little detail, but just goes to the lore of Whitebeard, that when he sees Big Mom fly backwards, he doesn't turn around. So he doesn't get a wound on his back. Bro, he never had suffered a coward injury. Oh, dude, this is so cool. This is so good. Okay. All right, hold on. So, this is so good. So, Rocks, okay, attacking Whitebeard. They're slashing. He's looking back at Rocks. You got the giant kaboom, you got the crack, you got the Marines looking all over the place. Giant Clash of Conquerors hockey. Dude, that detail, the detail right there with Whitebeard never turning his back is genuinely incredible. Absolutely incredible. Run for your lives. The mountain's coming down. And you can see they just, I didn't realize when I looked at this first panel, it's literally one whole side of the mountain. Okay, wait a minute. This maybe, okay, wait. If it's not gonna be a split mountain, is this how we potentially get to Thriller Bark? Obviously, my hands are literally shaking right now. Obviously, there's been the theory going around for a long time, right? That God Valley might be Thriller Bark, right? That we don't know where God Valley went. It just like up and disappeared. Obviously, there's members of the Rocks Pirates who show up as zombies in Thriller Bark. And now the other half of the mountain fell. So now it's literally just one mountain. It's one big thing they could build into. This is also crazy. Also, Bravo just said live at the airport. I am indeed live at the airport reacting to this chapter. This is just absolutely crazy. Again, we've got the Japan time guys over there and everything. Okay, let's read. You can hear the airport going off. All right, I gotta read this. Hopefully that's not too loud on the microphone. We're good. All right, Rocks is running. The mountain is coming down. You got the other people screaming. Okay. She's screaming too. She's running away with Blackbeard. All battleships along the northeast shore. And you got all the battleships over here. Withdraw and keep your distance. Northeast shore. That was dangerous. Who should we punish for allowing this to happen? So the celestial dragons are watching all this. And they're saying, quickly, please, this way, everyone. Don't you dare leave without us or we'll have you all put to death. So they're all running to the shore. Yo, my guy Rayleigh. Rayleigh knows what's up. Rayleigh knows what's up. Rayleigh's holding on to Shakuyaku. He's like, I got what I came here for. We're leaving. Hold on. Southwest part of the island. Hurry up, Rayleigh. The island is doomed. And he's holding on to it, and he says, Roger better be all right in there. And they're holding the treasure chest, treasure. Can you believe how much there is? It's a dead end, make it snappy. And obviously Roger's not leaving yet because Roger's gonna have to have the clash with Garp and it's gonna lead to rocks. You know that's where this is going. Damn it. Oh, and then poor Dragon falling to the ground too. Dragon falling to the ground. I can't even save a single baby. Where did he go? Oh man. Oh, dude. And it's paired with the, oh, dude. And it's paired with the Kuma and Ivankov panel. You have to stop Kuma. If you keep going, you're going to put us in danger. Kuma. Oh. He's going to save Eris and Blackbeard. It's Kuma. Kuma's going to be the one that's going to do it. The way they're setting it up where they have the panels, it's going to save them. Yo. And Captain Kidd is also still alive. He's leaking right now, though. I mean, he's got blood going down his face. He's slumping. He's looking a lot like the zombie that we saw back in Thriller Bark. And he's saying, curses, stupid Ganzui. Someone's screaming out to Shiki. Is there even any escape off this island? And you got Shiki running off with the treasure. Gee, haha. You thought you can get the best of me, so he's off doing his own thing, never to be seen again until we get the One Piece movie. Fine. See you later, Shiki. I can't believe a whole section of the mountain fell down. All forces to the shore. We need stretchers. I can't get there. The woods are on fire, and you can see rocks coming after his wife and child, dude. Zebek, you look just like... So you lost then. I'm sorry, dear. You had to face off in order to save us. But it was too early! Oh my gosh, dude! Dude! It was too early! We're getting One Piece lore, bro! Like, One Piece lore! And she knows clearly! Oh my gosh. So wait, see this, because there's stuff going on here. Because Moo knew Davy and, oh my gosh. Hold on, I gotta make sure. I'm monitoring myself to just make sure there's not anybody else around me. Bro. You look just like, and she says, ... so you lost then. I'm sorry, dear. You had to face off in order to save us, but it was too early. It was too early. And she's holding on to baby Teach, and Teach doesn't know what's going on. We'll jump into the sea. We just have to swim. Whatever it takes to keep the Davy blood alive. You have to survive no matter what. Bro, Teach. And it's crazy when you know what's going on with Teach. Like I'm going through a lot of emotions right now, because again, I'm in the airport, I'm reading this. There's a lot going on. And we're probably not going to have a giant, post-show discussion, because I'm going to have to board my flight. But what I will say is this. The way they're setting some of this stuff up, with her saying you have to survive no matter what it takes, even though Blackbeard has done some really bad stuff in this series, he's obviously killed Ace, he's done a lot of bad stuff. I almost feel like reading this is like the beginning of potential redemption arc for Blackbeard, where Luffy and Blackbeard go up against Emu during Final War. That's kind of what I'm thinking this is. I still kind of feel like Blackbeard is going to end up being the final villain, and that you're going to get the juxtaposition of, again, Luffy carrying the will of D, and Blackbeard just having the bloodline, and, blood not actually being what makes you carrying on the will of someone. It's not actually blood, it's like carrying on what their dreams and desires were. There's a lot of different ways the story is going to go in terms of theming, but I do think now, the way this is being set up, that you're going to get some type of team up in Final War with Luffy and Blackbeard against Emu. Blackbeard probably swiping Emu's power, the race to Laugh-Tale, and then Luffy versus full-on Blackbeard, taken over, seduced by the power of Emu, by his ancestors and all this other stuff. There's some good stuff going on here. Okay. Yeah, because I agree with Chad. I think Blackbeard is still definitely final villain. Also, the fact that there's 650 of you in a scuffed airport stream while I'm doing this randomly when I didn't schedule this, I think is amazing. So thank you to all of you who are here right now. Okay. Also, I see someone in the chat saying Nepo piece. But actually, though, not to get too much into theories or other discussions, but I actually feel like it's the reverse of that, right? Because if Blackbeard ends up doing things the wrong way, right? It's that blood doesn't mean anything. It's you actually carrying on the will of the individual, like the actual dreams of the person, that's what makes you their true successor. Exactly, it's not nepotism. Exactly. All right, hold on, let's continue. We're still reading. I'm on page 13 right now. Again, I feel like I'm going to turn the page and Kuma is going to save them. You have to survive no matter what it takes. Escapees at the shore. You see a shadow. This is going to be Kuma. Kuma's going to save. Which also crazy lore that Kuma is going to be saving Blackbeard. And you can see rocks going after them. You see the cannonballs. You see Teach looking off. You see Eris. You see Kuma. Pop it, bro. Yo, hold on. Wait. Hold on. I'm so embarrassed, but I'm also so excited. Hold on. Can I just show the chat? Look at the panel I just saw. Hold on. I don't know if you guys can see that with Kuma popping them. Oh my God, man. Kuma is the GOAT. Kuma saving them both. Is he gonna pop himself though before Rox gets him? Oh yeah, sure enough. You see poof, poof. He looks over, poof. And they're out of there. And Rox slashed on down. Bro, and Kuma being present for all of this is wild. And Moo. Continue, Davy. Snuff out the light of every life left on this island, bro. And again, I want to know the Davy and the Moo lore. I want to know what's going on there with them. It is crazy to think that Kuma saved Blackbeard. Hurry up, Vice Admiral Garp. There's no time. No, you hurry. How many are still on the island? So, okay, we're back to Garp and Roger now. So we're probably near the end of the chapter then. We're on page 14, 15. So they're checking in with Garp. You got the other pirates. Where are you now, Roger? Obviously, Rayleigh's already boarded the ship. He's with Shacky. The other Roger pirates are running with some of the treasure. Captain John is leaking over in the corner. Probably not even get back on the ship. I'm fine. Once everyone's on the ship, let me know. Got that? Also, what am I saying? Because obviously the Rocks pirates aren't going to go with the Roger pirates. I was thinking the Rocks pirates. In my brain, I'm thinking since they're all against Emu, the Rocks pirates would run going on Roger's ship, but that's not going to be the case. Also, my computer is dying too. This is rough. All right. We're going to make it. We're going to make it to the end of the chapter, I promise. We're going to get here. We're right at the very end. Stop it, Rocks. Rocks? Wait a minute. Why does he look like that? And you can see him slashing on down. Get out of here, Rocks. Oh, and Garp and Roger know what they got to do, and you get them taking the deep breath at the ending with the broken down. Dude, it's a broken down island with the mountain. This is fire, dude. This is fire. Davy. What is this? Look what a mess you are. I can't let you go after my crew. Roger? Garp? What is that voice? Help me. Why do you look like that? Please. Please just kill me, bro. And, oh, dude. And this is it. This is it. And you see him fighting through tears in his Domi reversi form. He knows it's over. But I think he also internally knows that his wife and child are now safe after Kuma. And you can also see that Roger hears it too, because he's not actually speaking. So is he using the voice of all things? What is that voice? And you can hear him going, help me. Why do you look like that? Please, just kill me. Crying Domi Reversi to be continued. One Piece manga chapter 1164 end. Bro. And the final panel is Rox dive bombing into Roger and into Garp. My question, first off, this is a fire chapter. And unfortunately, there will not be timestamps for this one because, again, it's a random, unplanned one in the middle of an airport. Looking at this, did Roger ever hear the voice of all things prior to this? Or is this his first moment? Is this his first moment hearing the voice of all things? Because if that is the case, if it awakened during God Valley and was when, I mean, this is like endgame lore stuff. and answering questions that we've always wanted. Also, the chat is saying, yes, this is his first moment canonically in the story. That's what I was thinking, because again, this is prior to him finding the One Piece. This is prior to, like, obviously Shanks coming with him and everything. This is insane. I mean, this paired with the opening of this chapter. I'm going back to the first page because I want to discuss this a little bit. Because again, yeah, this is pre-Oden. This is all pre-Oden. This is all pre-discovering One Piece and Laugh Tale. This is for sure him discovering the voice of all things. Bro. Even taking it back, sorry, I noticed the camera zoomed. Even taking it back to the beginning of this, I want to read this first line again from Emu. Persistent thou art. And he says, don't downplay the power of humanity. Davy D. Jones was once the king of the world. That right there, that Davy G. Jones was the king of the world. And then we get that line a little bit later on page 4 or 5, where he says, what is more frightening to you, Davy D. Jones or Joy Boy? And then he says, cease thy dreaming, their kind will never be seen again once I've eradicated thee. So my assumption is that Davy and Joy Boy are not the same person then. Which, remember, because we were debating that they might actually be the same person. This is our confirmation of the chapter. They were indeed different people. But I also, because they clearly knew each other, and they clearly knew Mu. Silence. Mu even says, going back to page 2, he was never king, not for an instant. The grievance between Mu and Davy has nothing to do with thee. Which then makes me wonder, was like, how were Davy and Joy Boy connected? Also, I'm so sorry if you're hearing that construction on the other side. There's like, someone's buzzsawing something in the middle of the airport, and there's a bunch of people going, again, apologies for the scuff scream, but I gotta do what I gotta do today. Davy D. Jones was once king of the world. The grievance between Mu and Davy has nothing to do with thee. Warchamp is saying it's actually pretty quiet. All right, good. I'm glad it's quiet. Also, shout out Warchamp's watching me. It's not that bad. All right, perfect. Maybe that's good because I have my microphone attached over here, so maybe it's not picking up everything. It's not even a bother. It's good. Okay. I keep hearing it and I keep thinking that you guys are gonna get distracted. All right, I'm the one getting distracted. The thought that Davy's will would be passed down and one day come for you to fulfill the promise. So again, thinking that it's Teach, but then that makes, and then Whitebeard, bro. Whitebeard witnessing this in this chapter, witnessing this go down, fighting, being the last one standing among Kaido and Big Mom. Whitebeard, when he doesn't turn his back, he doesn't suffer a coward's injury, he goes toe to toe against rocks, and then being present for this moment, right? When you think back to Marineford, and you think to his line to Blackbeard, where he says, all I know is the one Roger was waiting for wasn't you, Teach. And that, like, oh, dude, it's too good. It's too good. And again, the other crazy thing about this is Kuma saving Blackbeard, right? Like the fact that Kuma in the past saves Blackbeard, and then in the future at Marineford, with a bunch of pacifistas Kuma walking around, you've got Whitebeard saying, the one he's waiting for isn't you, knowing what went down at God Valley. This is insane, man. Also, Scuba, thank you for the super chat, saying Kuma has the hands of liberation, serving both. Luffy, the light of liberation. Blackbeard, the dark of liberation. Kuma truly is the hero of One Piece. He is actually making moves in the background, watching after Luffy in the back. Bro, this is so good. This is seriously so good, man. This chapter is just unreal. The action panels are so good. This line about bringing the dream of Davy to an end. Hey, such a golden opportunity, such a willing puppet of a king will never come along twice. And again, that confirmation, this is on page 4 or 5, that confirmation of like why he wanted to go after Elbaf. He says specifically he wants to use them as soldiers for Mu, because they're gigantic, harmless, and conflicted. He knows the people of Elbaf are good, even though they're war land, right? Now, it's a time of peace. Dory and Bragi and all these, everyone's chilling. And Harold wants them to chill. And still, He knows this is what I have to do. He knows it's coming after him next. And that Harold is the thing. Because really, Rox, for the first 3 chapters of this, the first 3 pages of this chapter, Rox is handling himself pretty well. It looks like he's coming out of the Domi Reversi a little bit. He's got the fangs. He's got a little bit of the, a little bit of the back coming out. And his hair's messed up. But he's at least fighting back against Emu. Emu's still slashed up a little bit. But the second that he brought up Harold's name, once again, this is, you have to remember, a flashback within the Elbath arc being told by Loki, who looked up to Rox, right? Who saw the interactions between Harold and Rox for all of these years, the respect they had for one another, the way they went about doing different things. Harold working with the government, Rox being like, I told you this is a bad idea, don't do it. And then now literally in his face, after everything that's happened during this flashback, Mu says directly to Rox all this stuff about the Giants, and then literally Rox says, don't mess with Harold, they only want peace. He sees this as a golden opportunity, and finally that is the thing that makes him get taken over. Bro. This is a crazy good chapter, man. This is seriously a crazy, crazy good chapter. Big Mom and Rox. Again, that Whitebeard clash on page 8. The mountain coming down, like, we didn't even talk about that. Also, thank you, by the way, for the super chat. Sir Angel of York just said, could Davy D. Jones be the second interpretation of Joy Boy that the Giants have? Maybe a little bit of a stretch, but it popped into my head while watching your review. You think maybe Davy D. Jones and Joy Boy were like the different interpretations of Nika? That like if Loki has a sun god fruit, that maybe one of them had the other sun god fruit and the other one, ooh, that's kind of an interesting idea. I don't hate that. I actually kind of like that. Also, we got another donation from Lil Emu. Lil Emu? Emu's donating during the stream? What is going on? Emu saying, I'm still on the fence about them being different people, though. I could see it from this angle. It's just a name. Who are you more afraid of, Joy Boy or Davy D. Jones? Could be the same person with 2 different names. I thought the same thing, but then literally Emu says, cease thy dreaming, their kind will never be seen again. He says their kind. And in this context, he's implying like plural. He doesn't say like his kind will never be seen again. There's 2 of them. There's Davy D. Jones and there's Joy Boy. I could also see that being Oda's way around it, though, of being like, well, he just wanted to keep the gender of the character secret, so he just said there for the time being, where we don't know what the character looks like. This is crazy, man. This is seriously a crazy chapter. And then all this stuff, all these action panels, the mountain falling, running back to the ship with Shaggy, Dragon thinking it was all over, not knowing that Shanks ended up in the treasure chest, Shiki running off, John bleeding. And then Ivankov, also crazy, saying, you got to stop Kuma. If you keep going, he's going to put us in danger. And Kuma saying, I got 1 more left in me, dog. He said, I'm flu game Jordan. That's literally what's going on right here. He said, I got 1 more in me. Incredible, man. This is like legitimately an absolutely incredible chapter. Beginning to end, so much lore here. The true King of the World thing, I think we're going to be debating for weeks on end. The Davy D. Jones and Emu thing. Oh. Not just the King of the World thing, but again, the Joy Boy and Davy D. Jones. That Whitebeard moment. I got to say, that Whitebeard moment's like top 3 moment of the chapter. Him not turning back and staring him dead in the face, attacking Rox. And then the Clash of the Conquerors being the thing that cracks down the mountain. Which is also like such good foreshadowing for what eventually happens with Whitebeard, right? And like the Quake fruit and like what happens at Marineford. It's just awesome. Seeing the clash between them, the powers going off. I'm sorry that I can't see the live chat. I'm going through like the super chats. There's just so many messages that are coming through. I can't see all of them. Kuma stocks are out in outer space right now. I wonder who's going to voice act Emu when the time comes around in the anime. Hopefully Emu's face reveal is going to happen before that. I think Emu face reveal, at this pace is going to happen at the end of Elbath. I think we're going to get to the end of Elbath. I think we're going to push away the God Knights and the Celestial Dragons, get them out of here. And then I think when it cuts to, because Emu right now is taking over Gunko in Elbath. I think when it cuts to them repelling Emu out of Gunko I think it's going to cut to Emu's chambers, and we're actually finally going to see Emu's face as the reaction to them actually pushing back and him realizing his time is coming and that we're getting into final war and they're after him, which I think would be a good time to do it. Also, Clax just super chatted and said this was honestly a wild chapter to stream at the airport before your trip. Have a good flight and hope you enjoy yourself. Also, Asaf said Whitebeard is going to lift the mountain that fell on him like Hercules and then maybe join the fight. He wasn't knocked out like Kaido and Big Mom. He wasn't knocked out, but I think he's getting out of there. I don't see him joining the fight. Again, the way that this incident has been talked about in the past was that Roger and Garp teamed up to take down Rocks. So I think at this point, Whitebeard is done. I think that moment, his whole coward's injury thing, walking out of there, not having a coward's injury, facing Rocks, the mountain falling down, I think it's done. I think he's done for the time being. I don't see him doing much more. Also, Whitebeard was definitely the strongest of those emperors for sure. 110%, bro. Easy. I am so excited to see like the power scaling discussions after this. Because again, clearly Kaido and Big Mom, again, mind you, this is Kaido right after getting his devil fruit. This isn't like prime Kaido, but this is young Big Mom. So we'll see, I don't know. But I do feel like Whitebeard, I think they wanted to aura farm with him a little bit. I think they wanted to prove that like, look, he might have been the first one taken out within the story. He went down at Marineford. Obviously we dealt with Kaido and we dealt with Big Mom in the New World after the post skip. Uh-oh, I just hit the window. Like in the post time skip era. But realistically, Whitebeard went out like a boss, right? And when you think of all the things that Whitebeard did during Marineford, fighting Akainu, fighting the Admirals, Blackbeard, his entire crew, tanking each of these attacks, literally having half his face blown off, and losing his family, losing his son, like, bro, come on, man. It's just, it's amazing, man. Absolutely amazing. Get out here, Rocks, and you got Garp and Roger there as well. Well, look what a mess you are. Can't let you get after my crew. Yeah, and once again, that final panel of the two of them going after Rocks. Oh my gosh. Bro. Again, this is a 10 out of 10. You guys can hear that. We got a final boarding call. It's about to happen. I got to get out of here. Thank you all for tuning in live. We still managed to get a good solid half hour out of this chapter, despite the fact that I did it in the airport. It was a scuffed stream, but we made it happen. I wanted to make sure that I could read the chapter. We did it. We made it happen. Thank you once again, everybody, for coming through the stream. Greatly appreciate it. Kittens is saying, honestly, go ahead stream. Irving saying, yes, sir. Enjoy your flight. Thank you very much. Love you guys. I'll make sure to tweet this out afterwards so you guys can watch the live reaction. I'm so glad I did this live. Oh, hold on. I got to do the thumbnail reveal. Wait a minute. I got to do the thumbnail reveal. We're here. I might as well. Wait, I'll do the thumbnail reveal. Because we're live on my Wi-Fi. I can do the thumbnail reveal. Hold on. Pop on over here. Oh, it did not save? Oh, it's not saved on my computer. Okay, well, I can't do a thumbnail reveal because my computer, I can log out of the Wi-Fi, but my old login for my other Drive account is not on here, so I actually can't pull it. But you are going to see the thumbnail right after this because this stream is going to get uploaded afterwards, and then you guys will see the thumbnail. I'm assuming James did a great job. I'll have to look at it afterwards. Thank you very much, James. Jeff is saying, get on that plane, bro. I will. I know. Final boarding call. I got it. I'm getting on the plane. Thank you all so much. Like, comment, subscribe. Until next time, I'll talk to you guys later. Sayonara. Take care, everybody. Goodbye. Love you all. Nakama. All right. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. Be safe, my boy. I will. I'll be safe. Thank you all. I'm so glad I had mini pillow Sama too. All right. I'm getting on the plane. All right. I'm getting on the plane. All right. Goodbye. I'm stopping streaming. I'm getting on the plane. I promise. Goodbye. Goodbye.